Good morning, boys and girls. Are you ready for our very last stop? You need your scrapbook, the stapled pages that say Dreidel Game Rules, your Israel with Hanukkah in the parentheses passport sticker, and then your suitcase to put your sticker on. I'm going to show you what I'd like you to do and pause the video, and then when I come back, mine will be all set up too. So what we want to do is we want to very carefully cut around the outside edges. Make sure that you leave these flaps attached. You want to cut around the flaps because we're going to need those to put this together. So I want you to pause your video and cut around all the solid lines and make sure to leave all these flaps, and then we'll meet right back here. Alright, so this is what your dreidel should look like after you cut it out, and I did forget to tell you that you do need a popsicle stick for this. If you have checked your mailbox in your plastic bag, there are some popsicle sticks for one of the science activities, but you could borrow it for this too. Alright, we're going to do that in just a second. I just wanted to make sure that we had it all ready. So the first thing that we're going to do is look at our scrapbook. And we are going to Israel. And Israel is in Asia. We're going someplace new, to a different country. Asia is this great big country over here. So I'm going to go ahead, color Asia in. I feel like I haven't colored a country in green in a while, but that's okay. This is not all of Israel. Israel is just located in Asia. I have an idea about where Israel is located, but not an exact by looking at this map, to be completely honest. So Israel is in Asia. Okay. And then for our flag, we're going to need blue. We are going to color the strip at the top and at the bottom blue, and then we're going to color around the outline of the star. And the star has a special name. It is called the Star of David. Alright. Again, I don't want to take so much time, so I'm quickly doing mine, but I hope that you pause the video and you take a little bit more time to color yours. One thing that I do want to mention is that even though it is saying that Hanukkah is celebrated in Israel, which it is, there are also people in the United States who celebrate Hanukkah. And Hanukkah started one night last week. Can't remember exactly when. Hanukkah lasts for 8 days. And just like Kwanzaa had the Kinara, Hanukkah has a special candle holder as well. But the Hanukkah candle holder is called the menorah. And they light one candle each night, just similar to how Kwanzaa did. And then they play with a special toy called a dreidel. And we're going to make a dreidel, but a dreidel is just like a top, except for it has these special symbols on it. And in your, what would I do with it? In the game rules, it tells you what the special symbol is. So this is a nun, and this is a gimel, and this is a hey, and this is a shin. Okay? So let's finish filling this out. If you need to pause the video to finish your map or your flag, go ahead. To say Happy Hanukkah in Hebrew is Chang Hanukkah Samich. Okay. So I just double checked to make sure that I was saying it the right way, because I do want to tell you the right way too. It's Chang Hanukkah Sameya. So this is how we spell it. Chang. Hanukkah is right up on the top of your page. And then this word is Sameya. Okay. Chang Hanukkah Sameya. And it is known as the Festival of Lights. It is celebrated for 8 days. And each night the children are presented one gift. A new candle is lit each night on the menorah. And remember, that's their special candle holder. It looks similar to the Kinara. Not quite, but similar. So then over here, we're going to try to draw a picture of a dreidel. I'm going to start by drawing a triangle. And then I'm going to draw a line down, and over, and up, and there. And then I'm going to draw a line here, and here, and here. I think that line should have been a little more over here, but that's okay. And then it's going to point somehow. Okay? As best as you can do. Just remember, we're doing as best as we can do. And then I'm looking at the dreidel and I'm just picking 2 symbols to draw. Will that one be? Okay. Alright. If you need to pause the video on any of this page, go ahead. Okay. Then we're going to look at this guy. What we want to do is fold on each of the solid lines. So we want to fold all the flaps. This flap. Fold this flap. Folding my corners, and I'm going to try not to do that. The top is very dependent on its corners. So then we want to also fold each of these little squares on their solid line too. Again, as best as we can. Whoops. We also have to fold all these triangles up. Alright. Now, we need a glue stick. And which way do I think is going to be easier to glue this and then this? I think so. I'm going to put glue on the edge of my square, trying not to get glue on my table. You don't need a whole super lot. Okay. Guess I don't have to go my way back just yet. And then we're going to fold it up, and you might need an adult's help for this. That's okay. I might need an adult's help for this. I'm going to put it on the table just to press it down. Okay, so we have a square now, right? Now we need to put glue on each one of these flaps and glue it to the triangle next to it. So how I'm going to do it is I'm going to kind of move the triangle next to it out of the way and use my finger to hold it while I put glue on it. And I put my glue up not super far, but a little bit far, and then I use the edge of it so I can control where it's going and it's not going all over my hand. And then we're just going to glue that, and I'm going to push it on the table again just because I want to make sure that it's glued down good. I do this one next. And then and now I gotta try to get this one out. Okay, for this last one, I'm gonna put glue on this triangle flap and this triangle flap at the same time before I glue them together. Because otherwise, I don't really know how else that would work. So there's glue on that one. I'm going to put glue on this one real quick somehow. Okay. Stick this flap in here and push them in. All right. Hopefully your top looks a little something like this. Okay? A little something like this. Then this one, I'm going to put glue on all 3 of the glue flaps. So I'm going to put it. Alright. And then, this is going to be tricky. Yeah, put it in here. And then push it somehow. Ay, ay, ay. We should have poked our hole before we closed it. When I was cutting it, I was going to say that when I came back on, that I was going to use the scissors to cut it before I glued it. I was never very good at these things. Turns out I'm still not very good. That's okay though. We just do the best that we can, right? So it has some gaps in places, and that's okay. If I were to poke my popsicle stick through this hole, I have a feeling that it would break my top. So I'm going to use scissors and try to... No, I can't. Note to self, if you're watching all the movie or all the video before doing your project, cut that hole before you glue. Alright, so I unstuck this flap, so I'm going to try to stick it back. After you get your little hole, you stick your popsicle stick through it. Good grief. Make a hole there. My popsicle stick is not that big. Okay. Got the popsicle stick in. Here's my top. So then, hold on, let me hold on my glue. Put my lid on. Then, you take it and you spin it, and hopefully it spins a little bit. And then you could use pennies, or you could use, I don't know, small things. It doesn't even have to be money. They use coins or tokens. But then whatever it lands on, you're gonna need this page. To tell you what to do with the coins or cubes or whatever you're using in the middle of the table. So I landed on this one.